taxing the rich doesn't work, Norway raised its wealth tax slightly in 2022 to bring in an extra $146 million a year. Within 12 months, the country's richest man moved to Switzerland and took out 10% of that revenue by walking out the door.
Boom.
A startup co-founder making $50,000 in salary got hit with an annual tax bill many times his entire after-tax income because the tax applies to a liquid equity that generates no cash. He moved to Switzerland and took his company with him. By 2024, Norway was losing $594 million a year from immigration, 4 times more than the hike was projected to raise. Instead of repealing it, Norway escalated. They added a 38% exit tax on anyone trying to leave, plus a 70% clawback on dividends paid after immigration. Norway needs its rich more than its rich need Norway. The countries that figured that out kept them. The ones that didn't are still trying to tax the empty house.
Here's one of my favorite quotes from Adrian Rogers. You cannot legislate the poor into prosperity by legislating the wealthy out of prosperity. What one person receives without working for another person must work for without receiving. The government cannot give to anybody anything that the government does not first take from somebody else. When half of the people get the idea that they do not have to work because the other half is going to take care of them, and the other half gets the idea that it does not know or it does no good to work because somebody else is going to get what they work for. That, my dear friend, is the beginning of the end of any nation. You cannot multiply wealth without dividing it. Ngayon, simplehan natin yung nangyari sa Norway. Okay? Yung isang minimum wage earner, kumikita siya, nagtatrabaho siya. Tapos, tataksan ka para ibigay yung tax mo sa mga taong ayaw magtrabaho. Is that even fair? Ngayon, sasabihin nila, may kakayanan ka kasing magtrabaho. Bakit? Wala ka bang kakayanan matuto para in turn, ikaw naman ang magtrabaho? O, diba? Now, most of the Filipinos who have a victim mindset will throw out any excuses katulad ng, matalino ka kasi, privilege ka kasi, may pera ka kasi, so on and so forth, para lang hindi sila mahirapan, hindi sila ma-inconvenience doon sa mangyayaring pag-upskill, pag-upgrade ng mga sarili nila. At para manatili doon sa kahirapan na pinakikinabangan nila. Tapos sasabihin nila, mahirap kasi buhay. So bakit hindi ba pareho kayo ng buhay at realidad na tinatakbuhan nung taong nagtatrabaho? Hindi ba pareho lang na may problema kayo at yung nagtatrabaho nag-decide para gawan ng paraan para tignan kung ano yung meron siya at gamitin kung ano yung meron siya para resolbahin kung ano mang problema yung meron siya. Now, here comes the politician na inabuso yung mga taong alam nilang tamad at may mga mindset na pa-victim. Ang kadalasang plataforma nila is iboto mo lang ako at gaganda yung buhay mo, tataas sweldo mo, giginhawa yung buhay mo without even doing anything aside sa iboto nila. Well, of course, kung may pa-victim mentality ka at tamad ka, you would be swayed by those kinds of ideas because para sa iyo, wow, ito dapat talaga ito dapat talaga yung mangyari, 'di ba? Without even thinking of the consequences na dadalhin sa iyo nung ganong klaseng pangako or kung totoo man lang ba yung pinapangako nila. Maraming Pilipino yung hindi na nag-isip dahil maganda or masarap sa pakiramdam yung pinapangako ng politiko nila. But the same politicians who keep on winning and winning and winning the same elections, hindi nila magawa na pagandahin yung buhay nung mga pinangakuan nila, because first and foremost, yung pangako nila is not even tied up to reality. Yes, masarap siya pakinggan. 'Di ba? Sosyalismo, komunismo, ang tagal ng pinangako yan eh. Ang tagal ng sinubukan yan. But the same results, the same events happening. And if we do not acknowledge the reality of things, doon na din papunta yung Pilipinas. The reason why pagod na ang mga middle class pataas is that binubuhay natin yung mga nasa lower class na ayaw mag-improve at ayaw nilang pagsumikapan yung magandang buhay nila. Naging entitled na lang sila sa isang buhay na ayaw nila pagtrabahuan. Well, this is Pinoy Extreme, Gising Pilipinas. Have a good day.